Hello. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. We are online, and it's my pleasure to introduce to you Britton Renee Collins, who just recently was in Milford. Yes, she did a wonderful presentation for our school, and she explained many percussion instruments, played some marimba, and I have to again apologize that we couldn't enjoy her live in person. Unfortunately, the only consolence I find is that the Saturday, was pretty damp and pretty cold. So the only consolation, but she graciously agreed to have for us this evening presentation tonight, and I'm really glad you agreed to that. Thank you very much, Britton Renee. And what would you like to start with today?
The first piece that I'll be playing is called Merlin by Andrew Thomas. This is a two-movement marimba solo, and the story behind this music is very interesting. It's actually based off of a poem by Edwin Arlington Robinson of the same name. It's titled Merlin, and it's a narrative poem that depicts the fall of King Arthur's court. So this piece is sort of programmatic, and it's a narrative sort of piece of music where we're starting in the first movement that depicts Gawain as he looked from the castle Camelot to the battle that was about to begin. And this movement has a feeling of unease, of anxiety. It starts on a G major chord, but it goes to a G minor chord, and there's this sort of confusion of what key this piece is in. And the second movement, it's about the concept of time and how we as human beings have complex lives, and something that we all have in common is that our lives begin and our lives have an ending, and everything that happens in between that time is so complex and difficult to predict. My interpretation of this piece has changed a lot over time as I've grown, but also as I've been impacted by society. For example, since the pandemic, my concept of time has changed completely, and I would say that's reflected in my interpretation of this music. What you'll hear is a certain sense of unrest as we search for the pulse in the music, which is not always clear and can at times be a bit ambiguous. So this piece is very standard in the marimba repertoire, contemporary marimba repertoire. And I'm very excited to share with you Merlin by Andrew Thomas.
Bravo, bravo. Very nice.
Thank you.
Yes, very special piece. Yeah, and of course, the team is definitely nice. So you know what? I just didn't. I think I didn't tell that you are streaming this live from Ann Arbor. If I did, please explain what you're doing in Ann Arbor. Maybe a little bit tell about yourself, about your career.
Yes, so currently I'm in Ann Arbor completing my master's in percussion performance. I just graduated from the University of Toronto, where I received my Bachelor of Music in Percussion Performance. And so now I'm, starting this career as a soloist at the same time as being in school. And I'm also fortunate to be playing with Excelsis Percussion Quartet. So yes, a very busy musical life going on for me right now.
Yeah, that should be really exciting. Yeah, and I understand you also won the competition just recently in Chicago. Could you tell about it a little bit? What was this competition about?
Yeah, so it's a classical music competition open for all instrumentalists and singers, vocalists. They had over 1,500 applications this year. Yeah, so it was such an honor for me to receive the third grand prize. And this competition, it's interesting how during the pandemic competitions like this are still
Right.
able to operate. So I find that very impressive.
Yeah, I think that some things still occur, and I hope it will get better and better. So,
Yes.
what would be your next choice for the program tonight?
The next piece that I'm going to share, I'm going to screen share. It's called To the Earth by composer Frederick Jivsky, who just recently passed away actually this year. And this is a piece for voice and 4 clay pots. It's a multi-percussion solo. And this piece is essentially an homage to nature, to Mother Earth. And the text really depicts that. So I will screen share this piece with you.
Sure, thank you.
To the earth, mother of all, I will sing the well established. The oldest, who nurses on her surface everything that lives. Those things that walk upon the holy ground, and those that swim in the sea, and those that fly. All these are nourished by your abundance. It is thanks to you if we humans have healthy children and rich harvests. Great Earth, you creatures that must die. Happy are the ones whom you honor with your kindness and gifts. What they have built will not vanish. Their fields are fertile, their herds prosper. And their houses are full of good things. Their cities are governed with just laws. Their women are beautiful. Good fortune and wealth follow them. Their children are radiant with the joy of youth. The young women play. The young women play in the flowery meadows. Dancing with happiness in their hearts. Holy Earth, undying Spirit, so it is with those whom you honor. Hail to you, Mother of life. You who are loved by the starry sky, be generous and give me a happy life. In return for my song, so that I can continue to praise you with my music.
Yeah, very interesting, very special. And of course, you're showing your multifaceted approach to a lot of percussions, I understand,
Yes.
and different ideas, and obviously good reciting and all of that poetry. That's nice. I think more we mix together poetry, music, and other mediums are the better, obviously.
Right, yes.
They're all connected. They're all connected. But now I understand we're going back to the roots of music, to one of the composers that really built the foundation for classical music, like J.S. Bach. So tell me a little bit. I understand you're not going to play for us the entire piece, entire partita, just portions of it. But what make you your desire to transcribe it for marimba?
Right. So this transcription for me was actually a project that I had over the pandemic. It was a way for me to every day have a goal to obviously transcribe the piece during the pandemic, so I would stay active in my music making during a time where it was sort of difficult to feel creative and motivated to create art when, the world was essentially shut down.
Right.
And for me, whenever I hear this piece, it's like a sort of catharsis, and something about playing this music just brought a lot of solace to me, and I think that's what really drew me to transcribing this piece for marimba.
Very good. And kind of probably just again touch to the roots of so-called harmonious music, which is classical music based on harmony and very like objective reality of sound, let's say. And I think that's great. So what are you going to play for us?
I'm going to be playing the chaconne from Partita number 2 for solo violin. And what's interesting about this piece on solo marimba is that there are many techniques that obviously violinists can do that marimbas can't, and vice versa. So my interpretation is meant for a marimba, and when I play this music, I don't think of it as a violin solo on marimba, but I think of it as a marimba solo. And this piece, for me on marimba, I chose to play it in a lower octave to bring out the qualities of the instrument that I love, which is the resonance. And actually, in the lower octave of the marimba, you get that fuller, richer, darker sound, which I think goes well with the piece, which is very haunting and romantic. So I think you'll really enjoy this transcription of Chaconne from Partita number 2.
Bravo, bravo. Great playing.
Thank
Bravo.
you.
You didn't hear me say that. But I think wonderful playing. And of course, this music needs no introduction. It's actually been transcribed to orchestras. You've probably seen what is done with this music. All kinds of instruments, of course, tried it, and even cellists, some cellists playing.
Yes.
But you know something about the Bach music, it's very difficult to make it back. It's such a perfect designed piece, and really talking about eternal stuff like life, you know, about happiness, unhappiness, all kind of very human, very so humane that it really appeals to any audience, any audience.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have really have like a high culture to understand this depths of this music and humanity. Anyway, great playing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So what do you like? I understand you have one more piece for us.
Yes. So to completely contrast this very standard classical repertoire. The next piece that I'm going to share is new music. It's written by a composer named Alejandro Viñao, and the piece is titled Madère, Viento y Metal, which translates in English to wood, wind, and metal. Mm-hmm. And this piece uses electronics to create a sound world for marimba that can't exist acoustically. So the marimba gives us this wood sound, and then the electronics give us sounds of metal and wind. And this piece was first premiered in 2015, I believe. And it's becoming a quite popular piece for marimba and electronics. It's actually for fixed media, which means that the track, it plays continuously with the performer, and the interaction between the music that you'll hear is actually quite difficult to achieve with a fixed media recording. But what's interesting is how the audio track and my acoustic playing interact and create different characters. It's quite playful at times. So I will share this piece now.
Oh, quite a piece, quite a piece.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Now you can clearly, of course, understand that your heart lies with contemporary music. You definitely centered on that. But the way you treated Bach, I must admit, I admire quite much. I think your sense of phrasing and rhythm, your rhythm definitely is unbelievable. I think is the way you handle the rhythm. And you know, many people say that classical music is not based on rhythm. No, it's exactly rhythm that makes Bach so great. I think all of the partita basically dances, yeah, and including,
Yes.
yeah. So I think the rhythm definitely is phenomenal throughout the music, and I think contemporary music basically is shining through the rhythms and panoply of rhythms and sonority. And you definitely did a great job. Thank you so much for showing this
Thank you.
amazing variety of genre.
Thank you so much.
We wish you really great continuation of your studies. I understand you still have a year or two, right?
Yes, I just started my master's, so I have 2 years.
And then doctorate, of course, you want that too. Yeah, but
Yes.
meanwhile, your career, I'm sure, will be blooming, and we wish you a lot of luck despite the situation. I hope things will improve steadily, and have a very nice future career. And we wish you well with your family. I understand you're from Gainesville, Florida, right?
I am,
Right.
yes.
So I have to say that they probably will be delighted in the way your career is going forward.
Yes. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who tuned in.
Yeah, and of course, greetings from the school. They were delighted to have you. The kids were delighted to meet you. And anyway, so thank you for taking that trip and again to presenting this kind of great variety of instrumental percussion. I think we will see you again and again. All the best.
Yes.
All the best.
Thank
Yes.
you. My pleasure.
Yes. And for the audience, hope you enjoyed that. And I wish you will go to our website to see what's cooking, what's coming next, and we'll support our efforts in the future. Have a great evening, everybody, and great week ahead.